Hey guys, it's Casey with Eberlestock. It's the last few days of trapping season here in Idaho for the spring, and quickly wanted to go through the Gunslinger II pack and how I have it set up as my trapping pack. So I'll kind of quickly run through that. Purpose of this video isn't obviously to convince you to buy this for trapping, but I just want to show how versatile the Gunslinger pack is, and really how versatile the whole Eberlestock line of packs are. So I like this pack because it has the scabbard here in the back, which is designed for rifles. I use it mainly for a trap setter, a hatchet, and then a lot of times I'll have metal stakes in here as well to help with different conibear body traps, or as a stake for a foothold as well. So the scabbard is mainly used for heavy metal things that I'm lugging around. I trap here near my house, and I end up hiking depending on how long my trap line is, but anywhere from 1 mile to 4 miles to check my trap line. So it's handy having everything comfortable on my back. Towards the end of, or beginning and end of the season, I'm carrying a lot of weight, bringing a bunch of traps in and then taking traps out. So pack could end up being, with traps, 50, 60 pounds sometimes. And then if I'm packing out a few beaver, I got a 68 pound beaver last year. Most of them are anywhere from 30 to 50 pounds, but if you get a few of those in one check, you might be packing well over 100 pounds. So the aluminum frame that the Gunslinger has is nice when you're carrying all that weight. It's going to help support the weight. It's going to make sure your back doesn't break as you're hiking back to your truck. So that's what I use the scabbard for. It has this convenient top lid, which I usually keep gloves and gauntlets in. So something that I can get to quickly. A lot of times I'll end up checking my trap line at night. It's usually really cold trapping season. I usually start trapping right at the new year and end at the end of March. So it's usually the coldest months of the year. I'm usually gonna bring some hand warmers with me, headlamp, flashlight, these waterproof gauntlets, and then usually a pair of our fingerless gloves that I'll usually have on the whole time. I'll also point out on the exterior of the Gunslinger pack, there's a lot of MOLLE webbing. With trapping, you just have tons of little kind of accessory things that you're gonna end up needing while setting up a set or making a set. So whether it's metal wire here or some carabiners, even these like little orange flagging, like little flaggers right here. If I make a set that's kind of in a hard spot to see, or I know when I come check it later, might be a little hard to find, especially if there's something in the trap that's moved it. So these are I clip these all around. Usually when I'm going to make a bunch of new sets, I'll have a ton of these on my pack, but it's convenient having them right here on the outside so I can quickly get to them. So kind of digging more into the pack. The Gunslinger pack is great. It has 2 vertical and 2 horizontal compression straps, which is great for carrying traps in or out, or animals in or out. I have this, it's like a 52 pound beaver right here, packed out the other night, and those compression straps keep it nice and tight on the exterior of the pack. I like also running one of our IFAK pouches. Nice thing about this is where I'm trapping here on the river, sometimes I'll end up trying to make a set in a spot where there's not a dry place to put my backpack on the bank of the creek. So I'll have to leave my pack and then just bring with me what I need to make a set. So having this pouch where I can actually rip it off the pack and just take this with me, maybe with a trap or a few traps. And I have everything right here that I need to make sets. So I have this wire, I have wire cutters right here. I get into these a lot. Anytime I'm making a new set, I'm gonna end up using both of these. And then the other thing I keep in this pouch is any scent or lures. So I'll have like castor. I actually have cat food right here for raccoon baits. I have some castor glands from beaver from last year that I trapped myself. I have a little trap setter for raccoon dog-proof traps. And then here's some beaver lure, some more castor, and some beaver attractant. So this thing is super handy. Like I said, no matter what set I'm gonna make here on the river, I'm gonna need everything pretty much that I have in this pouch. And having this pouch that I can easily rip off the pack, super handy. I probably, end up taking this pouch off the pack at least once every check, or every time I go make new sets. So moving on to the interior of the backpack, Gunslinger is great. You can get into it really easily from either the top or the front. Being able to rip it open and have access to everything all at once is great. You can see I have a few traps here that I pulled earlier for the season. This is a big number 5 foothold trap for beaver. And yes, you do need a trap that big for a lot of beaver sets. You know, their back foot is bigger than a human hand in a lot of cases. So that's why that trap is so large. Usually I'll carry a couple hanger pouches and a dry bag for a camera, like the one I'm filming on right now. Depending on how wet the forecast looks, if it's gonna rain, I sometimes will or will not, you know, carry my camera in a dry bag. Being near the river and they're trapping near the river, there's always a chance of your pack, you know, falling in or you falling under. So I usually try to keep all my camera gear and electronics in a dry bag in case that were to happen. So in this hanger pouch here, I have a couple sandbags, which I would use for a drowner setup for a foothold. So I would fill those with rocks. That would be it, you know, in the deep end. And then here on the side pocket, I would have a couple of these cables right here for the same setup. I like the stuff pockets kind of to keep things not just all bunched down at the bottom of the pack. Obviously right now, having pulled a bunch of traps, now that it's the end of the season, it's a little messier than usual. But one other thing I carry in my pack is a small 22 handgun with a Odinworks suppressor. So if I do have to dispatch a live animal, I can do it quietly and humanely. So that comes in handy. I like keeping that kind of out of the way, and I can still, you know, easily get to this if I need to. Obviously I'm going to take my time with that, so it's not like something that I have to rip off the side of my pack or anything. You can see with the stuff sacks, I can put anything from traps to more hand warmers to anything else I might need. I have some wipes in there and wipe my my hands off. A lot of my traps end up getting rusty just being in the water, so it's kind of nice every once in a while to wipe off your hands. So that's pretty much it. The Gunslinger pack, like I said, is great. I've used it for anything from predator hunting to trapping to actual, you know, backcountry hunting for a couple day hunts. It's a great overall pack. Obviously it was designed originally for snipers in the military, but most of our packs and products have multiple uses. So that's how I have my Gunslinger pack set up for trapping. If you want to know more about the Gunslinger pack, you can check out more videos on the YouTube channel, or you can always check it out at eberlestock.com.